excellence.
Good day, pupils at home. Welcome to the online class for today. I'm your teacher, Kachi. Today we are looking at the subject history, and our topic today is British rule in Nigeria. British rule in Nigeria. Now, when we talk about British rule in Nigeria, British rule in Nigeria means the period when Nigeria as a country was ruled by the British government. What this means is that foreigners came to Nigeria. Now, who are the foreigners? They were the British, people from Britain that came to Nigeria to rule us. So they are the foreigners that came. Now, they are foreigners because they are not indigenous people of Nigeria. They are not from Nigeria. So they came and took over the leadership of this country. Now, before the British came, how was the country being ruled? Before the British came, there were various communities. There was no general leadership in Nigeria as at that time. There were various communities, and these various communities were ruled by traditional rulers. Traditional rulers like Oba, Emai, Obis, and all of that. So they were taking charge of their various communities. But when the British came, they took over the leadership of these communities from the traditional rulers, and then they did this forcefully. Yes, because they have they are superior. They are more exposed. They have so many arms and ammunition. So they took over the leadership of the various communities forcefully from the traditional leaders, from the traditional rulers. So that was what happened during British rule. Now, a situation in which foreigners forcefully take over the leadership of a community, just like I said that Nigeria, that when the British came to Nigeria, they took over the leadership from these traditional leaders. Now, when they do this, a situation where foreigners forcefully, out of force, take over the leadership of a community, we call this foreign rule. We call it what? Foreign rule. And then we can also call this situation occupation. So when foreigners take over the leadership of a community forcefully, we either call it foreign rule, occupation, or colonialism. Now, during colonial rule, Nigeria was seen as the colony or protectorate. That is, a colony or a protectorate is any community that is ruled by foreigners. So, during British rule, Nigeria was the protectorate or the colony. That's because foreigners were the one in charge of leadership, that is the British. Now the British or the foreigners that are now in power, that are the leaders, they are called the colonizers or the colonial masters. Let's take this again. So the community that is being ruled by foreigners is called colony or protectorates. Then the country that came now, the country that is ruling, the foreign country now that is ruling that indigenous community becomes the colonizers or the colonial masters. So we can say that during British rule in Nigeria, Nigeria was the colony, or you say protectorate, and then the British were the colonizers or colonial masters. So this is British rule in Nigeria. So this brings us to the end of the class today. In our next class, we will continue with this and see the reasons why the British occupied Nigeria. Now, in your WhatsApp group, you will see the notes sent there. Please do well to copy the notes and then do the homework that comes after the notes, and please send it back to be marked.